What's up, guys? So today my Crested Gecko tank needs a little bit of a makeover because it smells like doo-doo. So if you don't have a bioactive substrate like myself, and essentially that's just a substrate that has little critters in it that will break down decaying matter, so I don't have that, which means I'm going to have to replace the substrate every 3 to 6 months. Here's me at the 6 months point, so it's starting to get a little bit overdue, and we're going to get some coconut soil first. This is just a dehydrated brick, and we just need to break it up and rehydrate it. Here is my Crested Gecko, in which I'm going to try very hard to gently get him into a container and have him absolutely freak out because he hates anything and everything that isn't him inside of his setup. But you can kind of see that my Crested Gecko just absolutely hates this process. So if yours is jumping around freaking out, this is pretty normal, I would say. Here he is. This is Banana in all his glory, nice and chubby here. He's going to be in there temporarily while I quickly clean out his tank. So just going to remove anything that's in it, which includes the background that got eaten up by a super worm that I gave him as a treat, and I guess like he didn't eat it and it started eating my background, and I had no idea that was happening. So yeah, that kind of got messed up, and it's made it very ugly, so any other super worms, if I do feed him again, is going to be pre-killed. So yeah, I'm going to spray everything down, get rid of all this dirt, all this stuff that just smells not so great, and clean everything up outside here. And then I'm going to place everything back. I flipped the background upside down because it has less holes at the bottom. And here it is, just nice and snug and clean. And we're going to start assembling the tank. So after the background is set and the lid is back on, we're going to go ahead and get that rehydrated soil and start just shoving that in there. So here we go with the fresh substrate that doesn't smell like absolute garbage. If you guys ever notice your Crested Gecko tank starting to smell sour or like kind of like ammonia, it's very encouraged that you change the substrate, because like every other animal, they pee and poop, and it's not going to smell that great if it starts to build up over time. Here's me getting the little hanging vine plant that I have and putting it on the left side just like the previous setup, and I have another one in which I'm putting onto the right side. The background, when I flipped it upside down, had like two sort of gaps at the top, which is supposed to be at the bottom. I'm guessing it's for cables and whatnot, but it actually ended up turning out to be a very convenient place to stuff the hanging plants into rather than using the suction cups that it comes with. Then we're going to simply place the lid right back on to seal the tank up for me to add more stuff. And here's a rock hide thing that I found. Well, technically didn't find. It was just in one of my frog tanks, and it's not really being used since these are tree frogs. So I took it out, sprayed it down to clean it, and then I decided to add it into the Crested Gecko tank. So here it is. Actually, I didn't even spray it down, I guess, so I just slapped it on in there. I should have probably sprayed that down, but whatever. Then we have their little fake branch thing that I had from the previous setup to sort of just place it right in the middle, since my Crested Gecko does enjoy climbing onto that, since the leaves can be a little tricky to grab onto. And then I have this fake leaf thing. Not sure where I got this from, but I got it, and I usually use this to feed any like insects if I give as a treat to Banana. Here's the old hydrometer and thermometer, which is completely filled with water somehow and completely useless. So I got this digital one off of Amazon, and it looks pretty damn clean. It was a little bit smaller than the average one. Here is one by Thrive, which is a hydrometer and thermometer, and it's significantly smaller than that and looks just so much nicer. So yeah, if you guys want that, the link is in the description. It's from Amazon. I also got a snake plant, in which I took out from a pot, cleaned it out, and put it into the tank, as well as this Exoterra, I'm not sure what it is, plant. So adding a few, or just one really, live plant and a bit more extra foliage and a new rock hide for Banana here into his setup. So everything's a little cleaned up. It no longer smells and looks nice and fresh. Then I'm going to add a little bit of Crested Gecko Rapashi powder diet thing back into it. Hopefully he's hungry from all the stress he's encountered by getting moved around, and there he goes running off, hiding away in his brand new setup. So yeah, I didn't really add too much other than like a new hide, maybe some plants, and of course just changing out the entire substrate, cleaning out everything possible so that it is nice and clean again. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.